be here to speak about the University of Tasmania. I'll just myself first. So my name is Mona Maliki. I'm from the University of Tasmania. I'm one of the students to be a previous international student at the University of Tasmania for 6 years. I started off doing my my foundation degree, and then I did my bachelor degree of business for 2 years. After that, I ended up working as an accountant for 2 years, and then I ended up for UTAS. And I have been where you students are at the moment in your position, so I understand what it's like, wanting to make a decision on studying your course, let alone picking the institute to come study at the University of Tasmania. Today, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a presentation which provides general information about the university. It also allows you to understand a little bit more about the different scholarships that we offer, what are the English language, etc. So there's a broad range of things I'll take you guys through, but there is an opportunity for Q&A towards the end of the session, so please feel free to do the question, and then we can answer it towards the end. So without further ado, I'm just going to start. So Tasmania is, I will show you in the next slide or so where we're located, but the states of Australia. So we are part of Australia. More than 100 undergraduate degrees. We offer more than 150 postgraduate degrees. We're much involved in a lot of areas, or certain areas in health, maybe, but we do generally cover a wide range of areas that students would be interested in university. So we are top 2% in the world as a global ranking. So our university is very much driven. Some of the largest cohorts of PhD students here at the University of Tasmania doing research in all sectors and health. So our graduate research office is the department that looks after applications if you're in the area. But it's a big area for us, and we're always looking to see. We do have campuses spread all throughout the state of Tasmania, university in the whole state of Tasmania. So we're a little different to places in New South Wales or any other state in Australia within the same state. Whereas in Tasmania, we are the sole university. So we have campuses spread all throughout the states. Fourth oldest university in that sense. We've got campuses in Hobart, which is down south, which is where our assistant, which is north of Tasmania in the state, and we've got Burnie, which is northwest. We do have a Sydney campus. It's the only degree that in Sydney Roselle campus. It's a very much affordable place to live. It offers opportunities in different ways compared to other states. What we like to say, the amount you pay, you get more for it in terms of quality and in terms of the University of Tasmania. So overall, the cost of living here in Tasmania compared to a lot of other states, which I can talk about in a bit. This is the same background I have. So Tasmania, it's pretty much a place unlike any other. It's quite distinct, very scenic, place. It's very blue and green. There's a lot of tourist spots. So before COVID, obviously, we used to have a lot of tourists come down to our state to do a lot of outdoor activities. So this is the mountain from top of Mount Wellington, which is an amazing scenic view from the top. So actually come here, if not studying, at least come travel here. So this is where we're located. Under mainland Australia, so the capital city of Tasmania, largest city by plane, and an hour and a half flight to Sydney. You can go and come back to Sydney and Melbourne in one day if you wish. The 530,000. So other, places you might have populations of mixed state. So that's our advantage, I guess, and hence why there's a lot of opportunity regional state. It is 40% national parks and World Heritage Wilderness Area, which I've mentioned before. So that's why it makes it such a beautiful place to live and quite unique. And Hobart is Australia's second oldest capital city after Sydney. So we do have, again, quite a reputation. How we are here as having a lifestyle, unique lifestyle. A lot of people move from mainland Australia to Tasmania because of the lifestyle change that they want. In Tasmania, it's a lot more relaxed. We don't have skyscrapers as such. We're a very different city feel. We're very much also wildlife and nature. We're very much big into our and you will learn more about it soon when it comes to our courses as well. A little bit about the weather. So we're currently in summer still, and we're moving into autumn from March on. It's for a couple of months of the year, and then we move on to spring quite quickly, where the weather becomes a bit warmer. Hobart is the capital city, as I mentioned before. Sandy Bay, which is where I'm located right now in office, is our main campus. This is just a small snippet of the campus. It goes all the way from the bottom of the top on a big hill and spread across with all of our different facilities available here. Launceston is up north again, so it's got a different, but also it presents a lot more different opportunities in terms of regional area in Launceston as well afterward. The air quality in Tasmania is second to none. We have the best inhabited, cleanest inhabited air in the world, and I think it's a testament to how we look at our environment over here. We're very big on nature and the greenery and climate clean. As soon as you step out of the plane, I do a lot of traveling, so as soon as you step out of the plane, you can just smell the fresh air. So I think that's really nice. Students become connected to it, I think, which is weird, but it works. Our whole island is your campus. This is something we go off by at the university as a statement, because we are the only university in the whole state. Basically, you can utilize any aspect of the university as part of your curriculum. You might want to do some research, so you might go to one of the university-owned farms where it's literally 20 minutes away from the city to study maritime studies, which we have available, and use the island for those facilities and research or whatever it is that you need to do. Even when it comes to studying, let's say, Masters of Tourism and Cultural Heritage, you know, you might want to do a thesis or a research, or you've got a project to work on World Heritage areas. We've got so many of them here in Tasmania, Hobart or Launceston, and you know, you utilize the island to your best ability, and I think that's one of the unique reasons why we are so fantastic in our studies. It's in Australia, and it is your student experience throughout your degree, so I think that's really important. We do offer a wide range of different areas in arts, education and law, like, you know, Bachelor of Education, Masters of Teaching, Bachelor of Arts, where you can main areas. We do offer MBBS, medicine, 5-year degree. We also do a Bachelor of Pharmacy with applied honors for 4 years. We do nursing. For nursing, we have, and we've got a 3-year bachelor degree for nursing. So different areas in health, you know, we also do medical research, we do psychology, master's level and undergrad level. And then we've got a Australian Maritime College where we offer everything from think shipping and logistics, you know. So we are the only university, institution or college in Australia that offers everything. And we have who on ships, who are doing sea time, who want to start from scratch. You know, it depends where you're at. Is the best, what are the best places to be if you're into maritime studies. The other area that we offer that's quite distinct is our Institute of Marine and Antarctic Studies. So that includes the physical oceanography, aquaculture, fisheries. You know, there's so many areas that you can get into. We offer a lot of things within our Bachelor of Science areas. You know, we've got physics, chemistry. Obviously, we offer Bachelor of IT and Masters of IT as well. Engineering, we offer a Bachelor of Engineering. We also offer Master's Bachelor degree at different types of master degrees in agriculture, obviously. And, you know, and I've mentioned about the marine offer. As I mentioned before, in terms of in the world, which means we're top 2%. We're top 50 in the Asia Pacific region. 48 out of our 51 disciplines are at or above world ocean research. That falls under our Antarctic studies, obviously, given the natural geographic location of where Tasmania is located. It makes sense. 7th in the world for fisheries and oceanography, all falls under our Institute of Marine and Antarctic Studies. We're 10th in the world when it comes to geology or deposits, 44th in the world for science, and 60th in the world for law. And we have a Center of Excellence for Maritime, as I mentioned before. So there are other ranks have, you know, subject rankings and course rankings. Of course, I mean, world-class facilities. We are the only university here, once again, you know, that we do have world-class facilities, especially our unique areas that we offer, such as the Australian where simulation unit, where students go in and learn way through the facilities we have for students who want to study fisheries, for example. So there's so much aspects to, you know, the facilities we offer, depending on what you want to study. Moving on to scholarships. So the main scholarship that we offer, 5% scholarship per year for the duration of your course. Whether you want to study bachelor degree or master's degree, it doesn't matter. It is based on previous academic merits. So what that means is, as long as it was studied for a minimum of 12 months full-time study, we will look at the cumulative PA or the total score. As long as you are around the 75% to 80% above in your previous study, you may be eligible to receive a 20. Now, this is all dependent upon submission of application, submission of your previous documents. So it goes to the international admissions team. They have majority of our scholarships are all done automatically. So, you know, I think that's a really good. It's a good scholarship when you look at. I received the Tasmanian International Scholarship when I was a student, and to maintain the scholarship, you just have to pass. Basically, you have to pass your subjects. Good scholarship we have is, you know, a sibling discount, a family discount. So let's say if my sister or brother came and studied here, would get the 10% scholarship instead automatically. We also have a undergraduate, so scholarships available for foundation studies. And so one successful finish, you can be applicable for receiving another 10 undergraduate to postgraduate course tuition fee. So I got that as well when I was a student. So in Tasmania, and I received it because of that. So long term, especially if you're a student who wants to come study a bachelor degree, it's long run. We also have a lot of different college scholarships and bursaries within the College of Science and Engineering, or sort of get continued one semester after the other. Sometimes we also offer accommodation bursaries every now and then within the college. So it's having a look on our website to see what suits you guys best. Now, what I can do is actually try to. If you just pop onto our website, I type in. If you go to scholarships for international students and go to college scholarships and bursaries, we've just changed website, so I'm still getting used to it. 50% scholarships for students, depending on how successful you are in your previous study. Are you a 90% and above student or not? We've got, you can see here so many different types of scholarships available. So some of them are region specific, some of them are not. So it just depends on time. They're all automatically assessed, which is good for students. English. So English is compulsory to show as an English language test. You have to show us either an IELTS, a PTE, or a TOEFL. You can do these all answers closed, especially for IELTS. We accept IELTS indicator, which is done online. For university admission purposes, we accept. Requires you to actually do the test in the center when they open for visa purposes. But for university purposes, we will accept our IELTS indicator as normal. So let's test and you met the condition on your letter of offer, that's fine. You don't need any sort of further English weeks to study or anything like that. But let's say you have applied, you've done your test, you've sent it to us based on your condition on your letter of offer. In that sense, you will need to have offer. So you will first do the English component to meet the requirement, you go wherever it is that you need to get into to study. So they come in 5-week blocks, and we need to usually see an English language test to be able to determine how many weeks of English you need to package with your letter of offer. So if you're a student and you came to me and said, I want package, so you need to show me a test in order for us to be able to package a letter of offer for you with LA costs. That's how it usually works with English. Now, one thing I will show you guys is on our website, so you can see. So if you just pop onto our website again, so you'll see here English language requirements, just click on English. The minimum English language requirements are all mentioned here for the year. So it's not really that high. For post studies, you need an overall of 6, no band 6. And for really not that high, other universities have it higher than that. However, some of our courses, either an under or postgrad, have its own IELTS requirement, English requirement. Let's have a look here. You can see things like pharmacy, laboratory medicine, social work. They have their own higher IELTS requirement. Sometimes we only accept IELTS for a certain course, like social work. We don't accept PTE, we don't accept TOEFL. Just and to make sure that you know what is the IELTS. Student support services. So with COVID, it's a bit hard at the moment. Our campus is actually opening up this year for international students who, so the borders are still closed for offshore international students, but our campuses are obviously our domestic students and international living in Australia. Because borders have opened domestically within Australia, students are able to actually come onto campus. And obviously, we have to maintain social. But at the moment, in terms of our support services, things like orientation and everything like that is available online and on campus for both needs of students. We do all pre-arrival information we're working on, and you know there's a lot of opportunities for you to link up with different communities, clubs and societies, etc. To talk to about their problems or situations or circumstances at the time. We've got qualified counselors on campus as well. 24/7 access to libraries, computer laptops, post office on campus. We've actually got a new grocery store, supermarket on campus as well. We do offer free additional English and academic support, which is part of the student services in the library. And before COVID, obviously lots of free social activities on campus usually. Accommodation, so the moment, so with accommodation, it's done separately. It's a separate application process. But what usually happens is, and it's safe for you to travel, you would apply for your accommodation beforehand and make sure that you have a place here on campus or off campus. We've got some from dormitories or shared facilities with common area grounds, etc. For example, your own private bathroom, your own kitchenette, etc. So it just depends on what, $200 a week up until $400 a week. It just depends on Australian dollars you're looking for. What's your lifestyle preference, I guess. I lived in accommodation campus up here for 2 years, shared housing for the rest of my study period, and it was quite cheap. So in terms of rent, we are very much cheaper if we're a little bit available in Australia. Tasmania overall has a cheaper way per week. The accommodation we have here is on campus. Some of it is off campus as well. If you are living off campus in the city, it's literally a 10-minute bus ride from the city center in the city, and I take the bus, and it's very easy to do. If you are under 18, there is restaurants that provide halal food and catering. That's fine, even our accommodation. And you know, some students also want to just do private rental, so they look for, you know, a child with you, something like that. You want your own house, that's fine as well. Cost of living in Hobart is about 12% cheaper than Melbourne or Sydney. You know, Sydney is quite expensive. Melbourne is in the middle, you know, and then you've got Tasmania. I'm just using those two as an example because they're the most popular places that students go to. You can see here on the screen, like on average, you know, utilities here is quite cheap. You can save money on groceries depending on where you shop. And so overall, especially on rent, you can save money. There's a lot of opportunities available on campus or off campus. I worked for my whole study period here. I could only work obviously up to 20 hours a week on a student visa. So I did everything I could. You know, I made coffee for 4 months and then 4 years, and then I worked in retail, pretty much all the basic work. So it is good money per hour, but just FYI, this should not be a means of you to depend on income when you're here in Australia. So you have to actually show that you have sufficient funds in your bank prior to coming to Australia or commencing your studies with us. It is an immigration requirement as well, so it's not just us. We've got, you know, the university is huge. We've got so many different experiences for students to go through. It's part of your student journey. You know, if your student wants to volunteer, go for it. There's so many clubs and societies available for students to get involved in. That's pretty much my presentation. I didn't want to talk too much and make it boring, but you know, one thing I just wanted to say, helping each other out. We don't want to leave students behind. They're all in it together. And you know, most students I've spoken to, you know, when I first came here as well, long time ago, back in 2008, is something else compared to, you know, a lot of the places I've been in Australia. And it really, you get a vibe and a feel, and it's nice to succeed. Even as a city, we want you to succeed. We want you to have a positive experience. That is the aim of our, you know, university as a, you know, more accomplished or more, you know, have ideas for the future. You know, we want you to show your talents, and that's as a university for students. So I did genuinely have, from my personal experience, I had a fantastic university here. I'm quite biased towards the university. I truly believe that it's a great place to study social life, or study life and work life. You know, you want to balance everything. I think it's got a really good balance of life. A lot of students don't that, and they prefer a bit more quieter place to study. And I think it's got the perfect. I enjoyed studying here. So that's my presentation. I'm going to coming in here, so I'm happy to actually go ahead and answer live. So there's a question about our Sydney campus. Is there any other course apart from the Bachelor of Nursing available? Does the Sydney campus still come up? So there's a few parts to your question. So the Sydney campus, we only offer the Bachelor of Nursing fast track years, and no other course. And the fee structure is the same. Doesn't matter which campus you pick. And yeah, Sydney campus is part of the university, so it'll be the same. A campus in Melbourne? No, Abdul, we don't have a campus in Melbourne. We are the only university in the whole state of Tasmania. We just have a small Sydney campus in just offering nursing. That's it. What healthcare redesign does you guys offer double degree programs? We don't offer any of those master degrees. We do have other master courses. Now, some of these master courses we have are only available to domestic students, which is not available for international students. We do offer double degree programs at a bachelor level, but not at the master's level. Excuse me. What pathway programs is available at UTAS? Student completed year 11 in India. Can he enroll in the pathway program up? And they provide basic pre-masters, etc. So there's so many different options available. Now, if you need to do foundation, there's two different types. We have a fast track version where it takes 1 semester to complete, or you can take the whole year, so 9 months, to do your foundation, whichever one you wish you can pick. And it also has different entry grades. As the normal, you have a lower entry grade in terms of the IELTS as well. Sorry, I've got a bit of a dry throat, but basically, and then we've got international diploma as well. So depending on what area you want to go into, you can get credits towards the bachelor degree that you go into. So if you've done a year of diploma in IT, you can have that as credit, and then you'll start in year 2 of your bachelor because you've got credit. So we offer pathways, just depends what you want, or what your eligibility is more like. Is there any internship or industry placement for students at UTAS? We're very big on industry link at the University of Tasmania. We are very big on providing internship opportunities for students. So it depends which college you work in. So for example, the Tasmanian School of Business and Economics has so many corporate internships available for students. It's a matter of ticking the box, submitting your application, making sure you meet the requirements. Then you would probably have an interview with the place, and if successful, you will work over there for the semester. It will be counted towards your degree, and then majority the company has an idea and they sort of promote the student and offer them full-time positions if needed. So it's a great opportunity to get involved in. We also have programs that help students with, it's called our iPrep, that students can actually enroll in, where it allows you to, they help students put their resume together for employment, and also it allows you to have mock interviews as well. because it's different here. So I had this problem when I was a student. When I first came here, I wasn't sure there's a specific culture that goes behind it. And I think it's very important for international students to actually understand what they're getting into and how to work around it. So I think the iPrep program is a fantastic opportunity for students to understand, do the job, but be involved with the Australian community and employment over here. So it's different in every country. Every country has its own style of working, and I think over here, this program allows you to understand how you should put your resume together. What do you do in your interview? What do you say in your interview? So you have mock interviews, and there's other things that you go through as well, different sessions that you go through, which pretty much help you when you graduate to help you find a job if you want. So we've got other questions coming through. Is there any cultural or religious places in and around Hobart? Yes, we do. We've got mosques. There's pastoral care on campus. We've got all those facilities available for students. No problem at all. What is the procedure if students are interested in PhD or research? Sure. PhD or research is a bit different. What happens is I'll just share my screen with you guys. So with research, it's a bit tricky. So you have to make sure that you submit your expression of interest, basically. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Hopefully you can see. But if you go to our website under research, apply now, it gives you what sort of PhD programs that we have available already. So this means that the colleges have okay. So if you're interested in any of those areas, you say, okay, I've had a look at this list. Oh, I'm very interested in this topic. You can direct apply for it, and the supervisor will be there and scanning it and then submitting an application and hopefully getting accepted. If you have a look at our PhD project list and you see, okay, it's right here, actually not available here. That means you have to submit an expression of interest, which can be through our website here. You have what area that you're interested in. You'll need to try and find afterwards a supervisor, which is the third step. Once you found a supervisor, to agree working on that research response. Okay, so this is the normal procedure of, it's very similar to a lot of other universities, but basically familiar with it. There are also scholarships involved as well, which I'm not aware of, but it's probably good. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. I think those are the questions that were coming through. I'm happy to take any more questions. Bachelor of Dementia Care. So dementia care is only available via distance. So our Wiking Center here is the best when it comes to dementia care. You are able to apply for Bachelor of Dementia Care, but it's fully via distance. So if you do have plans to apply for a visa to come here eventually when the borders open, you won't be able to. So as long as you have a year 12 and you've passed and you've met the entry. Is there any other?
Sorry. Thank
Okay.
Yeah, there are some question in Q&A, and I would like to ask everyone as well if they have any question, they can put it through in a chat box or they can put it in a Q&A. And if they want to have any one-to-one counseling away with the Mona, so that's also possible. So let us know. There are some questions in Q&A in Roselle Sydney campus. The one of the question. The other question other than the Bachelor of Nursing. I think we just have the Bachelor of Nursing in the Roselle campus, and that's
Yeah,
also the.
so yeah, I answered that at the start. Yes, so Bachelor of Nursing is the only course that's available in the Roselle campus. Bachelor of Nursing, we also have. It's been a long day, Chef.
And I
The
appreciate it.
Bachelor of Nursing, we also have campuses available, obviously here in Tasmania. So we've got Hobart one, and Sydney is just the fast track one. Yep.
And also in this Sydney, the course is fast tracks.
Yeah, so the fast track is available in Brazil as well as Hobart, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
But yes, so it's a 2-year fast track. So what